Hi, and welcome to Manifestation Mondays with Marcy. I am your host, Marcy Newman. You also know me as a Heart Shift coach, and today we'll be talking about something that is specific to these times, and that is what to do when you are manifesting in troubled times. Now, as you and I both know, perhaps we've never experienced troubled times the way we are now. And so it would stand to reason that during this time, when there is so much chaotic energy in the world, that we might be having difficulty in bringing our manifestations to life. And what I want you to know is that if this is happening for you, please don't forget for even a moment that this is perfectly understandable. And I also want you to know that you're not alone. We are indeed sensitive to energy that's around us, even energy that we're not aware of. And when we have the sort of chaos that we are living in this moment, it can also be disguised in many ways. It's one of the favorite tricks of the ego, in fact, to disguise the energy. So, how does this manifest around you or in your life? Well, you may find, for instance, that those who are around you are very testy. They can be angry. They can be, you might say they might have a short fuse. And so you might find yourself in a number of arguments or disputes, or even just carrying heavy energy that you wouldn't ordinarily have. So the other ways that this can manifest is that you might be experiencing doubt and fear, again, that is totally disguised. You know, the energy of the ego is a master of disguise. And the reason that it is so insidious, it goes wild within us, is that so often we don't recognize it because it is disguised. So this is a time for you to really give yourself a break. I mean it. Be kind to yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. If you find that you yourself are the one who is picking fights and you can't understand like where this is coming from inside of you. Why are you so angry? Why are you on edge all the time? This is perfectly understandable. As we get closer and closer to full disclosure, right? All the corruption, everything just coming to the surface, you have to know that whether or not it is entering your conscious thoughts, you are going to feel it. So what do? We certainly can't, continue on and not be creating, not be manifesting, can we? So this is a time where you are being called to double down, triple down if you need to, in your spiritual practice. This is not a time to take that lightly. One thing that you need to understand is that your spiritual practice is actually what gives you stability. It grounds you. And I know that that seems somewhat of a paradox because we think about our spiritual practice as something that uplifts us, that, keeps us elevated. So how can it do both? How can it keep us elevated and ground us at the same time? Well, I want you to remember that the earth, which is where we want to get grounded to, of course, is the Mother God. Right? It's the God that nurtures, that nourishes us, that sustains us. And so when we say that we are grounding, we are indeed lifting ourselves up to receive. And of course, once we receive, we can then be giving what we are meant to give. So this paradox of both grounding and being lifted up simultaneously is actually one of the gifts of the gods, you might say, within us. And that we are that divine energy. We can be in both places at once, because the truth is they are one and the same. The divinity of the earth, of Gaia, the divinity of the heavens, the cosmos, the etheric all around us, it's all one and the same, just manifested differently, experienced differently, and yet very often the same. So what this points to, of course, is the paradox of our experiences. And one of those is during times of great chaos and trouble, which is what we are in right now, we hunker down, and rather than hide, we tune into that energy in order to expand. It's through our energy field and its expansiveness that we step into our power, our strength, how we are meant to be in this world as creators. And so even now, as I'm speaking with you, I can feel the surge of this energy, of this knowingness. During these times, we're not meant to hide. We are meant to expand, to become a greater version of ourselves than we have ever been before. And that, of course, necessitates that we hunker down, we send those roots down deep so that we are making certain that we get all of the nourishment and the nurturing, the tenderness, the love that we need in order to expand and express the divinity within us. This is the antidote to chaos, to these challenges, this troublesome time. So what does it tell us? We are the antidote. We have the capacity to create more of the energy that will take us all to a place of, rather than being in chaos, to a place of peace. Rather than to remain imprisoned or overshadowed by it, we are freed. We become love itself. And rather than hiding, shrinking down, we create, we continue to expand, and we tap in, we tune into the abundance of the universe. With that creativity, with that expansion, with that freedom, with that peace. This is our true nature. This is how we're meant to be. And the beauty of it is we're already hardwired to do it. So I want you to just take this in. Take in how powerful you are. And whenever you feel yourself shrinking down, just remind yourself, oh yeah, that's right. This is actually a call for me to send my roots deep, to receive what it is that I need so that I can continue to expand and express the divinity within me, because it is alive and well, and it is just waiting for an opportunity to create through me. So I'm going to leave that with you. And of course, I want to leave you with an affirmation to remind you about who you are. I am. I am the very essence of life. I am the expression of all that is. I am the freedom, the peace, the creativity, the abundance, the prosperity, the truth of love itself. I am. So take that with you. Let it nurture you. And remember at all times how loved and cherished you are beyond all measure. If this video has resonated with you, please like it, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, and share it. We all need these words of encouragement and, of course, to be reminded about who we really are. So much love to you, and I'll see you again right here next week on Manifestation Mondays with Marcy. Until then, have a wonderful week being who you really are, doing what you came here to do, being what you have come to be. Bye-bye.